Attention everyone, it's National Cheeseburger Day, and boy have we got 3 burgers for you. National Cheeseburger Day on Sam the Cooking Guy, brought to you by Kewpie, the only meal you should ever use for the rest of your life. Okay, I actually mean that. You know how long I've been a fan of Kewpie, and we've turned so many people. How many people we turned on to Kewpie?
1 billion.
That's 1 billion.
Literally.
Literally 1 billion? 1 billion is probably an exaggeration, but it's an awful lot. And why? If you're going to use mayo, use the best tasting one possible. And I'm not just saying this. I've been telling you how amazing Kewpie is way before Kewpie ever came along and said, Sammy boy, would you like to do some stuff for us? That being said, this is the one. And let me say this up front, I'll say it again at the end. You want to get your hands on this because I know not everybody has an Asian market in their town, not everybody can get it. So to get this one, the OG, the original, from Japan, 500 gram, just go to kewpieshop.com and enter code SAM at checkout. You'll get 25% off and free shipping. Oh, thank you. Kewpie, very nice. Let's just put that aside for now. No more commercial. You couldn't start. National Cheeseburger Day requires burgers. We're gonna make beef burgers. Like, I could have gone to the store and just bought a package of, probably pretty good ground beef. But it's National Cheeseburger Day. It's not Regional Cheeseburger Day. It's not Local Cheeseburger Day. National requires something special. I have something special. Look at this. And this is what we're dealing with today. 3 different types. You're going to make an amazing blend, and that will lead to amazing flavor. 1 pound each of ground chuck, short rib, and brisket. You want all 3 of them, but if you could only get your hands on one, I say you make sure it's brisket. And then do whatever you want. If you've got tri-tip, you could use tri-tip. Almost anything. But super lean cuts, you want to stay away from. You can see there's fat in this. I tried to keep the 80-20 rule, 80% lean, 20% fat. And I think I did a pretty good job. So look for cuts that have some extra fat on it. In the grinder, you'll be a very happy Burgermeister. You'll be a very happy eater. You'll be happy. Thank you. Thank you. All right, this into a bowl and we mix. Okay, so everything goes in, but I'm a little anal, so I'm going to do a little bit of each as we go. It'll just make the mixing, more homogeneous. I don't even know if that's the right word. I just like the idea that I start off with it already mixed before I start to form it together. I want to tell you one thing. You don't want to overwork this. Getting it clumping, smashing, that's not necessarily a good thing. We are going to smash some flat as we cook them, but at this point, you want to try and keep the meat as loose as possible. So with mostly fingertips, we're just trying to incorporate. And yes, homogeneous was absolutely the wrong word. All I meant was we want this to be one combined, I don't know what I'm saying. Homogeneous.
No, that's the same thing as homogeneous.
That was Chance's idea. Use your fingertips, nice and light, nice and light, nice and light. So once you've got it like this, I'm gonna season when it goes on the flat top so I don't have to worry about it now. I'm gonna throw this back in the fridge below me. Now we'll make an aioli. Before we get going, I forgot, I didn't even tell you what burgers we're making today. Okay, we're making 3. The first I will call a spicy California with a cheese skirt. It's gonna be fantastic. The second one is a surf and turf, details to follow. And the third we'll call People's Choice. And I'll explain that one when we get there too. Okay, aioli now. And the first time we use Kewpie, we're making a smoked paprika aioli. So first ingredient in after that will be the smoked paprika. A little cayenne for a little kick. A little hit of salt and pepper. Some lemon juice. No seeds, no seeds, no seeds. Thank you. A little garlic. And we mix. That's fantastic. Or as they would say in Japan, oishi. Next, little quick guacamole. That you'd recognize as an avocado, and by quick I mean quick. Give it a quick little bash and add the following. Little diced white onion, little hit of cumin, a little bit of garlic, little lime juice. World's worst lime. You should be embarrassed to call yourself a lime. And a little hot sauce. Great. Mix that up. Don't forget salt and pepper like I just did. Now mix that up. Boys, we're ready to go to the flat top. Remember I said spicy California skirt? Let's begin with another spicy part. Jalapenos, red Holland peppers, and a little bit of white onion slice. That's gonna be great. Gonna be great. I'm already getting the jalapeno hitting the deck. The heat impacts and then wafts up into my nose and you get the spice right away. But don't forget, well, you don't know this, but there's gonna be 2 patties and a bunch of cheese. This is the skirt. You're gonna love it. Never gonna hurt to season all components as you go. So a little salt and pepper. The buns we're using for National Cheeseburger Day are beautiful brioche buns emblazoned with the Sam the Cooking Guy branding iron. Nice. Now, you know I like to either use butter or oil when I put them down, but what's the other amazing fat that makes everything better? Kewpie, of course. So we might as well get the buns ready and on, because when it all cooks, it comes off fast, and we don't want to be waiting on the buns. So face down they go. There we go. Light toast on those, and we'll be golden. They'll be golden. Let's check the buns. Couldn't be better. And the top, perfect. Let's get the veggies off, and then it's burger time. For today's purposes, we're going with 4-ounce patties. There's one, and there's dose. We flatten, and this one. We season both, and they're thin, so just the tops are fine. Let those cook about a minute. All right, it's flip time. And this guy, I jacked them up a bit. Let's add a piece of cheese to our friend here. And now, remember the skirt. Watch right here. You're gonna take about 2.5 ounces of shredded cheese, and on you go. Nice little circle. Grab a cap and a couple ice cubes. Give it a minute. Then the magic happens. Let's get our vegetables right here. That beautifulness. There's our cheese. Let's see how we've done. Release carefully. Okay, this pile right here with all the cheese and the veggies, we're gonna pick up and put on this patty. This business will get picked up and go on this business. And this business gets picked up and goes on top of our bun with the aioli and the guac. And we go. First on our smoked paprika aioli. Next up, the guac. Remember, this is the spicy California skirt. And when that's in place, we come along with our skirt itself. And if you're living right, and I believe we are, where I am, on we go. And then, the bun. Hello, Samuel. Hello. Now, what's interesting about this is you have a choice of how you eat the skirt. You can leave it there. You could actually fold it in. You could do this and bust off a chunk and have this little bite. Or you could just be an adult about it and pick this big boy up and have yourself a bite. Oh my God, how do you even... You see what's in here? Spice from the peppers. There's a fly. Spice from the peppers. Spice from the aioli with the smoked paprika and the cayenne. That's dumbed down because of the guacamole. But oh my goodness. This is the way to start National Cheeseburger Day. But coming up next, surf and turf. You're gonna love this one. All right, this guy begins by us making a little cheese sauce. A pot on the heat. Let me rephrase that. My favorite little Japanese pot on the heat. This little hammered guy, I love him. And when the butter melts, flour. Recipes below, don't write anything down. And just as the butter is fully incorporated with the flour, no apparent lumps, we add some milk. And I like to add milk a little bit at a time. I find it almost guarantees no lumpiness in your sauce. I think a touch of garlic powder would be appropriate here. Of course, a pinch of salt. And now we'll start adding some cheese. I'm using Monterey Jack. You can do you. Secret ingredient coming up after a little bit more cheese. And it is lemon juice. Because the surf part of the surf and turf cheeseburger is crispy lobster. And crispy lobster loves lemon juice. In fact, all seafood does. So we'll give it juice of 1 whole lemon. Hey, lime from before. Take a lesson. Okay, last thing in, a little hint of smoked paprika. Now we're talking. All right, let's take away the cheese sauce and we'll prep the lobster tail. That's what this looks like. That's a pair of scissors. That's a little 3-ish ounce lobster tail. Perfect for one cheeseburger. Take our scissors right under the shell. Snip all the way to the tail. We're just going to take a little knife and just cut down to that little breastplate. And take your kid, pull them open. And if you find anything icky like that, just take that out. Now you want to take the lobster out of the shell. And that is a lovely little half a tail. Same thing on this side. These guys, off to the side, we're going to make our own little house tempura batter for them. That's a bowl with the sieve. And that is a cup of flour. Season with a little salt and pepper. Come back with our friend's smoked paprika and a little garlic powder. Give it a little mix and then sift away. I use a big mesh pepper so some of it stays back, but that's okay. This is ice that's going to have water in it. At the last minute when we're ready to put the lobster tail in here, we get ice cold water, put it in, mix it, then the tail goes in. But before we can do that, we have to get our patty on the flat top. So let's get going. This guy we're going to cook in beef tallow. Because if you got it, which I forgot I had, you might as well use it. We're also going a little bigger. This guy's a 1/3 of a pound. The bottom is seasoned. Now's the top. And we start to cook. Here's my cheese sauce back. We can keep it warm right here. Smells amazing. And our bun's on as well. That is half of an egg. Here's my ice water. I want 1 cup. I don't want ice. I'll mix that. I'll put those two together. Give them a little stir. And now in comes the flour. And with chopsticks, I will mix it. I don't want this particularly smooth. We're not making pancakes, so a little lumpiness is okay. First up, little tail pieces go into the tempura batter. We pick them up, shake off excess, and into our 350 oil. And the same with number 2. Those are going to get about 2.5, 3 minutes. Meanwhile, let's flip our patty. Oh, be still my heart. You handsome fellow, you. All right, these kids are ready. Let's take them out. Look how pretty. Lovely, light little tempura batter. Drain, drain, drain. On they go. Always tell you, while something is hot, that's the time to give it a little salt and pepper because that's when it will really want to soak in. Our patty's almost there. Throw 1 piece of cheese on top. And we're happening. And apart from Kewpie and beef, the only other constant today will be a slice of American cheese because it's the right thing, especially for something that's a national celebration. And here's how we build. First up, some of our friend. Give it a little smooth around. Then some diced pickled jalapenos. Listen, the cheese sauce is rich. The Kewpie is rich. The lobster is rich. We needed a little spice to cut. But because they're pickled jalapenos, they're not too spicy. They're perfect. And then this gorgeous patty. And if you're thinking, Sam, did you really need cheese sauce and a slice of cheese? To which I will say, did I not say it was National Cheeseburger Day? Because it is. 2 pieces of our lobster. How do you spell decadent, lads? I spell it whatever I'm building here. And our sauce. And then my smiley face for the crowning glory. Crowning only because it's on top, not because there's anything special about me, but holy S! Look at that! That's almost perfect. Gotta be honest, I'm pretty much in love with this guy. I really am. The layers, the whole thing, the way it all came out. And look, when you push down, this juice starts to come out. Sometimes the thicker patty is wonderful, right? Look at this. Oh my gosh. All right, let's try and get a bite out of this. Silly child. Can I just show you what this is? How beautiful this is. It's insane. It's insane. But it's not the end. Oh, I want it to be, because I just want to eat it all. It's not. There's one more, and we're calling it the People's Choice. Here's why it's called the People's Choice. I wasn't sure what to do with this third burger, so I went on my Instagram and I said, what are your favorite toppings for a cheeseburger? Exclude ketchup, mustard, and mayo. And hundreds of responses came in. Here are the top ones. Mushrooms, onions. Onions came in 3 times. Onions, caramelized onions, grilled onions. We're doing grilled onions. Barbecue sauce. I'm gonna make a little sauce. We've got bacon happening. We're gonna deep fry the bacon. An egg was one of the toppings. And I think that's it. But while I'm here, while the onions and the mushrooms are starting, let me show you a quick trick to make like a perfect little patty. You see me use these delis all the time for storing all kinds of stuff. This is 1/4 pound of our mix. And it goes, give it a quick push, and then take a second one and do that. And then out it comes, little repair work, and there you go. You've got 2 gorgeous little patties ready to go, even sized. They'll cook evenly, and we always say that's important. All right, aside from that, I think we're happening. All right, here's my bacon. Pot's at 350, and in goes the bacon. And let's just see what this does, because I think it's gonna be delicious. While the bacon's in there, let's get our patties on, shall we? Beef tallow back, and our patties. 1 and 2. Of course we season. And while we're here, let's add a little to the onions and the mushrooms. Those are looking beautiful. One thing I'm gonna add to the onions and to the mushrooms. I love a little soy with my mushrooms. Wait, get back. Little soy here. And the onions will get my favorite onion add, a little vermouth. And these guys are perfect. I can take them both off. And our little sauce, let's make that, shall we? This is your favorite barbecue sauce. And if you're wondering how I know what your favorite barbecue sauce, it's just a term. I mean, use your favorite barbecue sauce. And to this, we're gonna add our best friend of the day, Kewpie. Remember, kewpieshop.com. Use the code SAM at checkout. You'll get 25% off the 500 gram OG from Japan and free shipping. And we'll add some sriracha. And this we will mix, set that aside for when we need it. And we're ready to flip. And flip. Gorgeous. Our buns are back. They're ready to go. Now let's add some cheese. Remember the constant of the day, our American. And on this side, some aged cheddar. Quite handsome of them. Let's make sure our buns are not burning. Ow, 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 ow. Ready? The only thing left, really, is I have to cook an egg. And I can do that right now. Watch this move. I'll put it right here. Crack an egg, and in we go. And we season. Always, always, always. This guy is ready to come off. And this guy with the cheddar, we want to melt a bit more. So a cube cap. Check our bacon. Look at this. Lordy, lordy. My new favorite way to cook bacon. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd say we are there. I'm taking this. Boys, I say you go to the other side and set up. All right, let's figure this guy out, shall we? We know we're starting with our sauce. This gorgeous, Kewpie, spicy barbecue. I think I gotta go mushrooms. That little bit of soy makes all the difference in the world. Now, we got a patty. Hi, patty. We're gonna sauce in between. A second patty. Now I got trouble right here in River City. I think my next option is bacon. And now it's onions. Egg. Good Lord. Last but not least, tiny bit more sauce on our top bun. And here I come again. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you on this September 18th, 2024, the people's choice with more than the kitchen sink. You got to give the people what they want, am I right? Or am I right? That's the mentalist thing I've ever seen. And for the camera's benefit, what would a yolk on an egg be if you didn't do that? Here it goes, slowly. So, like, somebody help me here. What am I supposed to do with this?
Well, I don't
It
know.
is not possible. Well, now we're getting there. And how about we do this? I cut it. Can I cut it? Oh, God. What a frickin' disaster. Here I go. I do this for you and National Cheeseburger Day. You know, there's a reason those were all the top choices. Individually, fantastic. But this is an amazing case of the sum of the parts is greater than the whole. And I've never understood that. And I still don't. But I think it works in this. Does it work?
Yes.
It works. My college-educated son told me. Well, it's been quite a day. And whether you're watching this September 18th, National Cheeseburger Day here in the United States, or any other day, what's the point? The point is to get out from what you normally do and make something different. I want you to try all these. The recipes are below. Good luck with this one. Anyway, thank you, QP. We're fans. I know many of you guys are fans. And don't forget, if you go to qpshop.com, you can get the original 500 gram QP from Japan for 25% off and free shipping. So I say you go there right now. By the way, if you're not a subscriber, I think this is subscriber worthy. Remember, it's completely free. We do this for you. We ask almost nothing. A little hit on the subscribe button. From me, Max, Chance, Jill, and QP. See ya.